Hello guys, and welcome to another video. My name is Ngalo J. I hope you all are feeling blessed and favored like me today. We shall be talking about adding children to your DVK. So when we talk of adding children, it means these children were not existing. So this means that if you had a child when you were applying for the DV, and when you win, you come to add that child, then you are not going to receive a visa, because the instructions were very clear. You needed to list all the children that you had. So in this video, we shall be talking about adding the newborn babies. And for this case, there are many case scenarios or options that we are going to see. But generally, when you have a newborn baby or a baby that you want to add to your case, you have to make sure that that child has a birth certificate, a passport, and in most of the cases, you do his own medicals and prepare money for his interview, depending on the option or the scenario as we are going to see. So, scenario 1, if that child is born after you have played the DV, before the results come out. In this case, it is very simple, direct, and straightforward. All what you need to do is, when you are filling your DS-260 form for yourself, for the section of children, you are going to add that child to your case. Then you are going to fill his or her own DS-260 form. Then with all the documents that you have gathered for him, because he's an individual, he's going with you to the interview, you are going to present it on the day of the interview. Scenario number 2 is that the child was born after you have submitted the DS-260 form, but you are still waiting for your interview. So this means you have to write to the KCC because you don't have an interview yet, and we assume that your case number is not yet current, meaning that your case number is not about to be programmed, right? So you write to the KCC telling them that you have a baby and that you want them to unblock your DS-260 form so that you can add the child to your own DS-260 form. Then you fill a DS-260 form for the child. Then you will take all his documents, do his own medicals, and take him to the visa interview. The third case scenario is if the child is born before your interview date. That is, the KCC has scheduled your interview and then you have the child before this date. What do you do in this case? In this case, since the KCC has already scheduled your interview, it means that it is your local embassy that has to deal with your case now. So you have to contact them, you have to call them directly on phone because the time will be very short for you. Then, normally, they have to unblock your case so that you fill the child in your DS-260 form and also fill a form for the child. You do his medicals and all of that, his documents, everything ready for the interview. Now, if the time is too close to your interview date, then the embassy will tell you what to do. And in this case, please, you just have to follow the instructions that they are going to give you carefully. Now, the fourth option is the option where you went to your interview, you had your visa, then afterwards you had a baby before you traveled to the United States. So this means that you went to the interview when you were pregnant or when your wife or your girlfriend was pregnant, right? And you had this baby. In this scenario now still, you need to call the embassy. If there is still time for that DV fiscal year. That is, it is not up to the 30th of September for that fiscal year, and that the embassy can give you an appointment. Then they are going to give you an appointment for you to bring the baby and get the baby's visa. And in that case, you are going to get all the documents for the baby to ready for the baby to get his own visa. If the time that you have the baby is after the 30th of September for that DV year, then there is they can no more access your case, right? Because everything for the DV fiscal year, everything ends on the 30th of September. So after 30th of September, there's no more way to access any case. And in that situation now, the embassy may give you a travel authorization, allowing you to travel with the baby without a visa. So I hope this clears the doubts that some of you have. I want to also thank you for supporting my channel. I feel so blessed. See you in another video and remain blessed.